Here's every single communicable disease you need to know for GCSE Biology. Make sure you know the right diseases for your exam board. First, let's talk about viral diseases. Measles is one you should be familiar with, and its symptoms include fever, cough, followed by a red skin rash. This can be fatal if it leads to complications. Measles is transmitted through airborne droplets from coughs and sneezes, but can be prevented with the measles vaccine, also known as the MMR vaccine. Another viral disease is HIV, which initially presents with flu-like symptoms and eventually progresses to AIDS. HIV is transmitted through sexual contact and sharing needles. Prevention measures include using condoms and taking antiretroviral therapy during the initial stages of symptoms. Tobacco mosaic virus affects tobacco plants and other closely related species, causing a mosaic pattern on the leaves, which reduces photosynthesis and stunts growth. The virus is transmitted through direct contact, contaminated tools, and insects. Prevention methods include crop rotation, using virus-free seeds, and controlling insects. Influenza, or the flu, is another viral disease with symptoms such as fever, cough, and sore throat. It's transmitted through respiratory droplets and can be prevented by practicing good hygiene, such as washing hands regularly and by wearing face masks. Ebola is a severe viral disease causing hemorrhagic fever, which is fever with bleeding. It's transmitted through contact with infected body fluids and can be prevented by practicing good hygiene, sterilizing areas where the virus may be present, and isolating infected individuals or animals. Now, let's move on to fungal diseases. One example is rose black spot, which causes black spots on the leaves of rose plants, leading to leaf loss and reduced plant growth due to less photosynthesis. It's transmitted through water splashes and the wind, and can be prevented by removing and destroying infected leaves and using fungicides. Athlete's foot is a fungal disease that affects humans, causing itching and cracked skin between the toes which flake off. It's transmitted through contact with contaminated surfaces, like floors in changing rooms or shared footwear. Prevention involves keeping feet clean and dry, wearing breathable shoes, and avoiding walking barefoot in public areas. Cholera ash dieback is a fungal disease that affects ash trees, causing leaf loss and bark lesions. It's transmitted through wind-dispersed spores and can be managed by removing infected trees and restricting the movement of ash trees. Barley powdery mildew is a fungal disease affecting barley crops, causing a powdery white fluffy coating on leaves and stems. This affects the plant's ability to photosynthesize, which can decrease yield. It's transmitted through wind-dispersed spores, and prevention methods include using resistant barley varieties and applying fungicides. Next, we have bacterial diseases. Tuberculosis, or TB, is a bacterial infection that primarily affects the lungs and is caused by the bacteria Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Symptoms include a persistent cough and lung damage. TB spreads through the air when an infected person coughs or sneezes. Preventative measures include vaccination, good hygiene, and wearing masks in high-risk areas. Crown gall disease is a plant disease caused by a bacterium called Agrobacterium fumifaciens, and it induces the formation of galls, which are abnormal growths, which damage the plant and restrict water flow through it. It's transmitted through contaminated soil, and prevention involves sterilizing garden tools and using disease-free plants. Cholera is a disease caused by the bacteria Vibrio cholerae and leads to severe diarrhea and dehydration. It's transmitted through contaminated water or food and can be prevented by practicing good hygiene, treating drinking water, and getting vaccinated in high-risk areas. Stomach ulcers are often caused by the bacterium Helicobacter pylori. Symptoms include abdominal pain, vomiting, and nausea. This bacterium is transmitted through contaminated food, water, or utensils. Prevention involves maintaining proper hygiene, washing hands before handling food, and avoiding contact with infected individuals. Gonorrhea is a sexually transmitted bacterial infection, causing symptoms like painful urination, abnormal yellow discharge from the genitals, and in women, pelvic pain. It's transmitted through sexual contact, and prevention methods include using condoms and treating infections with antibiotics. Salmonella is a bacterial disease causing food poisoning symptoms, such as diarrhea, fever, and abdominal cramps. It's transmitted through contaminated food, especially undercooked poultry and eggs. Prevention includes cooking food thoroughly, washing hands and utensils, and avoiding cross-contamination. Finally, we have protists, and the primary disease you need to know about is malaria. Malaria is caused by a protist transmitted through the bite of an infected mosquito. These mosquitoes are called vectors because they carry the disease, causing protist from one host to another, without getting sick themselves. Symptoms of malaria include fever, chills, headache, and vomiting. Prevention methods include using insect repellent, sleeping under mosquito nets, and taking anti-malarial drugs. Additionally, controlling the vector population by reducing mosquito breeding grounds and using insecticides can help prevent the spread of malaria.